Here we are. Here we go. Welcome to another day, another episode of Day to Day with Elevate. We are live, we are live, we are live. All right. So let's see what needs to happen over here. What do we got to do over here on these Facebook streets? What needs to happen? Let's make sure we don't have any unused applications. And then what I'm going to do is put our title in Instagram. So today's title for Day to Day with Elevate is Power is Elusive. So that means you got to snatch it. This was said by my girl crush powerhouse, Angela Adams, over there at Goodwill. And when I heard that, I was like, if that's not the truth, pass the collection plate. So here's what I want y'all to do. I want you to invite a friend, you know what I'm saying, to come over and hang out with us. I'll invite a couple friends in as well. But let's jump in. I am Dorothy Enriquez. I am the CEO and principal consultant here at the Elevate Collective. Woohoo! Let's go. So you may have remembered us as the communication strategist, but this year we rebranded from TCS, Powerhouse of One, to the Elevate Collective. There's not one, not two, not three, but there are 5 of us out here ready to slay in these leadership streets. We want to do 3 things with leadership. We want to make sure that it is transformative so that long after we have departed, you can still ensure that leaders are optimized and equipped to lead from every single seat they sit in. Because what do remarkable leaders do? They produce more leaders who can then produce another leader. Say, what? That's what we do over here at the Elevate Collective. We also want to make sure that leadership is accessible because what we all agree on, all 5 of us, is that access without support is still oppression. It is what it is. And as people of color, as women who are powerhouses in these streets, we got to make sure that we have accessibility, not just late, right, when we're in the C-suite, but long before the C-suite is a twinkle in our eye. Last but not least, we want to make sure that our leadership development experiences, accelerators, masterminds, workshops, etc., hello, welcome to the show, Miss Shayla, that our experiences are relatable. And so something that we do here at Elevate is that we use data to tell our stories. We want to ensure that our programs take into consideration how adults learn, and moreover, that they also look at how women leaders come into power. Hello, email marketing John. Welcome to the show. Yes. So, those are the 3 things that we focus on here at Elevate, making sure that leadership is accessible, it is transformative, and it is relatable. So, like I said at the top, what are we talking about today? Power. Women in power. We should be in power, y'all. We are more than 57% of the population, yet and still, in these top organizations, we are only 26% in the C-suite, and that's not black women and women of color. We're like 6%, if that. Raggedy, if you ask me. But here's one thing that I think we've all experienced when it comes to power. It's elusive. You gotta snatch it. That means that it is difficult, yes, accessible, transformational, and relatable. Power is elusive, ladies. That means we gotta snatch it fast and tight. And so I want to talk about a couple areas that we need to make sure that we are focusing on as we get ready to roll out of 2021 and really slay like we have never slayed before in 2022. So number one thing I want to highlight is a quote from Star. We need a 3-way call. Yes, we do, y'all. We do need a 3-way call. So one thing that Star Jones said is that she gave us a call to action, all my lady leaders out in these leadership streets. She said she wants us to leave as much glass on the floor as possible. So as my founding partner, Dr. Lacey, says, grab your stilettos and let's go. How can we all get together and commit to holding up what Star Jones asked us to do and get ready to leave as much glass on the floor as possible. Because we only have about 26% of women. Hello, DJ Rod. Oh my God, I haven't seen you in forever. We only have about 26% of women in the C suite roles. And what we do when we get into power, when we snatch it, what do? We get up and we increase the profit margin by 6%. So, what does that mean, ladies? It means that it makes dollars and cents for us to be in power. Period. Full stop. I need y'all to invite some friends over. I need y'all to invite some friends for this chitter chat. So, here's what's important to know. When we are getting into positions of power, what do? We make more money. We impact the bottom line. So this whole idea of like, oh, I don't know, should we have women? I just don't know. Let's have a token woman. Let's have a token black girl. F that. And you know what companies have done, y'all? They've wised up and they no longer have tokens. They have toucans. Have y'all heard of this shit? Toucans. Like 2 women or 2 people of color, just so that we can check the box and say we did it. But we're out here not just asking for power, but snatching it. And if we are going to snatch power, like Angela Adams said, that means we got to do a couple things, and we have to start being a little more strategic in these leadership streets if we are going to be out here and slay. Yes, share with all the corporate hustlers, please, and thank you. What we know for sure, hey Bianca, hey girl, hey, is that when women are in power, in these top positions and top roles, those companies always perform better than their competitors. So this whole idea of, oh, I don't know if we should have women. I don't know. Should we have the lady leaders slaying in these streets at the higher upper echelons of these companies and corporations? Hell yes, because it makes dollars and cents. And if companies want to accelerate in 2021 in the back half and in 2022, they're going to have to follow the money. That means that we got to have more lady leaders in power. So there's 3 things that I want y'all to write on your list. I hope you have your notebooks out, right? I hope you have your notebooks. And we're going to do a giveaway at the end. But there's 3 things that I want y'all to consider. Write this down. I want you to make sure as you're getting ready to close out. Listen, performance reviews are coming up, sis. Get ready. I want you to make sure that you are positioned for performance, okay? Positioned for performance. Because again, if you're going to snatch the power, that means sis needs to be ready. Sis is you. How are you going to make sure that you're ready? If we are looking at the statistics for all of my black girl lady leaders with all of the black girl magic in these streets, we're like 4% in the C-suite. That's raggedy, okay? And like I said, we're not even 50% in the C-suite as women across the board, yet we're 57% of the population. Double raggedy, right? Like, so we have to make it our business to ensure that we're positioned for performance. That's gonna mean, girls, we gotta use our voice. We gotta use our voice in these rooms that we're in, and we gotta propel our voice into the rooms that we're not in yet. Use our voice in the rooms that we're in. Propel our voice forward into the rooms that we're trying to get into. That means you're going to need to establish your army. An army of leaders, male and female, non-binary, non-identifying, everybody. We are going to have an army of people carrying our name forward to ensure, right? Because we want the juice, we want the power, to ensure that we're positioned for performance. I also want you to consider this journey of mentorship. Let me tell you what men don't do. They don't be out here looking for mentors. They don't. They more often than not seek out sponsorship and advocacy. And let me tell you about these formal mentorship programs in these organizations. More often than not, they benefit the person doing the mentoring, not the mentee. Okay, I'll say it again. Formal mentoring programs in most organizations, even when they work really, really hard to really snatch the edges and pour coconut oil on it, more often than not, especially when it comes to women of color, it benefits the person who did the mentoring, not the mentee. And so what happens is I get a mentee, I groom them up, brush them up, get them ready, right and tight. And then you know what the company does? They say, oh my God, look at what Dorothy did with Lisa. Dope. Let's promote Dorothy. Nice job, Lisa. And Lisa's like, did you not see all of my growth and development? I am ready to accelerate. And so here's what I want you to consider. Write this down. How can I get a sponsor? How can I get an advocate? Now, I'm not saying that you cannot have mentors at all. I have had mentors all along the way, but I've tried to be strategic in finding mentors outside of my organization, and for the mentors that I may or may not have inside of the organization, doing it informally, right? So that it's not like, look at what Susie did, with Dorothy. We're not going to promote Dorothy. We're going to promote Susie, because look at what Susie did with her. Dorothy was scraggly, and now she's not scraggly. That means that Susie's the bomb. Dorothy, you're cool. We're glad you're not so scraggly anymore. So instead of always looking for a mentor, maybe we need to reframe that if we gonna snatch the power. And we need to think about, how can I get a sponsor? How can I get an advocate with power? Power is elusive. We gotta snatch it. So how do I get, I didn't even write did I not write it in Instagram? Oh, you know what? I just didn't post it. Today's topic is power is elusive. That's a good question. You gotta snatch it. So if we are gonna snatch it, a stronger, more strategic way to do so is to have sponsors and advocates. These are people who have power. They have positive influence, and they can get you where you're trying to go. And then last but not least, negotiate. You got to negotiate. Even for my side hustlers, even for my entrepreneurs, you might be like, yeah, but don't you negotiate at work? Yes, you absolutely negotiate at work. And let me tell y'all something. Even if they come back with the price that you were dreaming of, you're like, look, okay, so I'm making 48 at this company right now. Like, I really want to be making 60. I really want to be making 60. And they come back to you with 65. $60,000, 500, right? Negotiate, because that means they have more. Let me tell y'all, these things are set up with the prayer that you will negotiate. But I'll tell you what, most women don't. Even if it's not the number that they had in mind, they still don't do it. You got to negotiate. If we are going to snatch power at the end of 2021 and get ready to snatch it in 2022, we're going to have to negotiate. Let me tell y'all something for all my corporate hustlers. Do you not know that on average, it costs us $1 million over the course of our career? Because we don't negotiate. $1 million? Do you know what I could do with $1 million? Let me tell you. I saw this Chanel bag. It looks like it's like glass and tiles. And I was trying to figure out how much it costs. And it says, email for price request. That means you know it's expensive as hell. But if I had $1 million, I wouldn't have to be worried about it. But that's how much money we lose if we don't negotiate. And so we think that if we negotiate, we're going to be liked less. And sometimes we are liked just a little bit less when we do negotiate. But you're not just negotiating for yourself. You're negotiating for all the other people who are coming behind you, and you're negotiating for every time that you were too scared, you forgot, or whatever the case may be. You got to advocate for you. And so even though negotiation can be complex, even though it can have multiple facets, and even though we have to overcome this stereotype of being caring and communal, and we have to figure out how to position this negotiation so that we get what we want, doesn't mean that we shouldn't move forward and do it. We just have to think about, when we position these things, how do we make it a winner for the organization that we're pitching this new price point to? Yes? So we got to do 3 things. Power's elusive, we got to snatch it, and Star Jones gave us a call to action. She said we got to leave as much glass on the floor as possible. So if we're going to do that, that means we got to be positioned for performance, right? Performance reviews are coming up. Do not play share this video. Do not play with me. You got to make sure that if you're going to do this mentoring thing, you got to make sure that it's going to be a win-win for you and not just the mentor. And often, more often than not, women of color do not get the benefits of mentoring when it comes to getting that extra power that they're looking for when they do it through formal leadership programs at their company. You will get more benefit if you do it informally within the company and external to the company. That is how you are going to get the T. That's how you're going to get the 2%. We usually get the 98 at work, but even the gal pal, hey Tawan, even the gal pal and I had these conversations. No one helped us. No one told us. If you want to get the 2%, be real strategic with who you pick as a mentor. But here is what I'll lift up for your consideration, sis. Mentors are cool. They can be out. Get a sponsor. Get an advocate. Someone who can propel you to the next level. Power is elusive. You gotta snatch it. It is a lot harder to snatch through mentorship, right? How can you position yourself strategically to get what you want and get to where you want to go without it having to take 20 years to do it? What needs to happen? Yes, show your shine in your review. That is an opportunity for you to demonstrate how you've been slaying all year long. Do not let your company play you if you had a rough first quarter. Do not let them play you if you had a rough Q4. Be able to showcase the entire year and how you brought excellence and brilliance to your role. And lastly, negotiate. You got to negotiate. Even my side hustlers and entrepreneurs, negotiate, okay? I just negotiated a contract where I asked for a 35% increase. And guess what? They said yes. However, had I not negotiated, they would have been happy to pay me what they were paying me before. So even as business owners, there is still an opportunity for us to win in the marketplace. Power is elusive, girls. You gotta snatch it. If you want the juice, if you want the power, what do you need to do? You need to be positioned for performance. You need to look at that mentorship experience. Would you rather have a sponsor? Would you rather have an advocate? And you gotta negotiate. Even if you get the price point you were looking for. Okay, so I was making $60K at the last job. I really want to transition and I want to be at 72.5. Yes, that's what I want. And I want 3 weeks of vacation and I want 1 work from home day a week. And then they come back with the offer. It is 72.5, 3 weeks of vacation, and 1 work from home day a week. Negotiate anyway, because they got more. Plus, you need to practice your negotiation skills anyway. Power is elusive. Look, Tawana said everything is negotiable. And if you're like, I don't know how to do it, get a coach. If you're like, I'm just not sure, I really want to look at how I can really propel myself to be ready for 2022, participate in a coaching program. Get a coach, get some help, go to a workshop, do what you got to do. It could be here at the Elevate Collective because we got what you need. But even if you don't pick us, pick somebody. Nobody becomes phenomenal without help. Not one person. Not even Oprah. Not even Beyonce. They have help. Yes, they have coaches. They put in their work. They put in their work. Leave nothing on the table. Yes, Tawana, shout it from the rooftops. Leave nothing on the table. So that is what I have for you today. That is your learning snack. I hope that it has ministered to your spirit. And here is the giveaway. This is not my notebook. This is another Lead from Every Seat You Sit In notebook. And if you share this video and share one thing that stood out to you or resonated with you, and tag me so that I know that it happened on Facebook, on Instagram, wherever you at, share this video, tag me, one thing that resonated with you, and then I will pick a winner. And I will be in your DMs trying to get your address. You know what I'm saying? So we can talk, girl. And I'm going to send you your notebook. This notebook will work as hard as you will at the end of 2021 going into 2022. And on every single page, I'm trying to get it on both screens, there are quotes on every single page to keep you motivated and gassed up, even when it gets a little challenging. This has been Day to Day with Elevate. I trust that there has been something in here that has been helpful to you. Please share this video, and I will announce the winner tomorrow evening. Share, share, share. Remember, you are required to lead from every single seat you sit in. That's the non negotiable. I don't care what you say, that is the absolute. We are out here to win it. And honestly, the world will be a better place when more women are in positions of power. Let's go get it. All right, y'all. I'll see you next week. Bye. You know what I'm saying? Instagram. Give y'all a little shoulder roll over here. A little shoulder roll. Yes. Happy Thursday, y'all. No, it's not Thursday. It's Wednesday. Look at that. I'm rallying.